What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Miss Azrael's Gaming. So the moment is here. I am extremely excited. The Operator has fully released. If you saw my demo video, I did this along with a few other videos where I just played the demo for games that were coming out for the year, and this was one of them, and it was probably my favorite of all of them, next to Tavern Talk, which I've done videos on those. And also, I just want to bring up, we can actually play the music in this one because at the beginning of the game, it literally says the music in this game is free to play on all platforms for, streamers and content creators and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, thank you. Finally, devs who are going to let me play the music. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start a new game in case you didn't see the demo of it. So this is basically kind of like a hacking type game where we have to find information and hack into things. We work for a security department, similar to I guess the CIA or the FBI. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Start a new game. We'll erase your progress. Do you really want to continue? Yes, I'm going to go ahead and do that in case you didn't see the demo, which I have no problems playing it back. I probably don't remember everything, but we'll find out. So, Bio-M facility somewhere in the U.S., 1992.
You will answer my questions as usual. 1 for yes, 2 for no. Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you believe in extraterrestrial life?
Okay,
Are
no.
you currently restrained?
Yes.
Are you married?
No.
Do you work in law enforcement?
No.
Do you know who I am?
No.
Do you know who you are? Are you...
We do know. Okay. Whoever he said.
Good. He's ready.
Or it could have been a she because it is a voice modulator. So the ending's the same, or the beginning's the same as the demo was. We looked like we were in an interrogation room. Okay, so FDI headquarters, Washington, D.C., 7:30 a.m. We have a very old system. Okay. Evan Tanner. And my password. I like that because no matter what you type, it still shows up Evan Tanner and your password. Okay, so welcome to the FDI. You're assigned to the operations program. Please read the following document before proceeding. Your program supervisor will contact you with further instructions. So welcome to the FDI Operator program. This is a secure and monitored federal government terminal. All unauthorized access is strictly prohibited and subject to criminal prosecution. Sharing any information from the terminal with unauthorized personnel is forbidden and will also subject to criminal prosecution. What is the Operator program? The Operator program has been specifically designed to provide technical support to field agents, henceforth abbreviated as agents, while also ensuring a high level of confidentiality. How does it work? Agents call the hotline. The call is dispatched to secretaries who verify the agent's identity, clearance, and level request. The request is forwarded to the supervisor. The supervisor dispatches the call to an available operator, which is us. A direct line is established between the agent to the operator, and once the operator fulfills the agent's technical request, the line is closed. For additional information, please contact your supervisor. The Operator program is extremely confidential. Okay. Now, if I remember during the demo, I think when I was trying to read all that, I got a call from our boss. So this is Mike Trench. That looks like a different person.
Hey, pal. How you holding up? Get all that booze out of you?
Sorry, I'm not following. I'm never going to drink again. I guess that's why my head hurts.
What? You seriously don't remember? You wanted to celebrate your new job, and I quote, properly. Well, I'm happy you're here. You and me at the FDI together. It's really great. But I gotta tell you something. When we're on the job, I can't treat you differently than anybody else.
I wouldn't expect
You
that.
understand, right?
Of course, Mike. I mean, Director Trench. Sure, by the way, how much does this pay? I guess the tables have turned, haven't they?
Good. Well, I'd better run. The FDI can't run itself now, can it? Good luck with your first day. All right?
Thanks. Talk to you later, Mike. Don't worry about me, Director Trench. Okay, so we're friends with the director. That should mean I can't get fired. Okay, Xavier Skinner. You know, like Skinner from X-Files?
Good morning.
Must be a lot of Skinners involved with this stuff.
Welcome to the FDI. I assume you're up to speed on your mission here at the Operator program?
I think this is a different profile pic, too. Unfortunately, not really, no. I read the welcome document, sir.
You know the basics. Good. So, just to recap, your job is to support our agents by providing them with all the help they need in the field to solve a case. That help can come in the form of fact-checking, video and audio analysis, even lab work. My job as a supervisor is to link the agents with an appropriately matched operator. Any questions?
Nope. When do I start? I think I'm ready, sir.
Fine, but first you need to learn how to respond to an agent's request. Let's do a dry run, shall we? I want you to find my age. This objective
find
is popped
Skinner's
up in the
age.
top left of your screen, beside the applications menu. See it? Whenever you're stuck, or if you need help, simply click on the question mark next to the objective. Go on and click on the question mark, Tanner. Yes, just like that. You can always click on the question mark if you get stuck, though I'm hoping this won't happen often. I'm giving you access to the human database. The Human DB, as we call it here. You can find this and other tools to help you solve agent requests in the applications menu. Now go ahead, Operator Tanner. Solve my request. Find my age. When you find the answer, click on the objective and then select the answer on the screen.
Alright, so we have to
Operator,
find Skinner's
find the
age.
information first.
Oh, sorry. I was just clicking on my objective, sir. Okay, so... to delete. What's that? Oh, okay, I have to know the password for that. I wonder what that is. Okay, well, we have his date of birth. It's 8/05/1949. And his age is 42.
Right. Like that, Tanner. I'll let you get settled in. And I'll contact you later with your first real request.
Of course, Supervisor Skinner, thank you for this opportunity, sir. I feel like this has changed just slightly. I feel like there was more to that beginning tutorial. Okay, so FDI headquarters, Washington, D.C., 9:18 a.m. Oh. Hello?
Tanner, looks like your first request is somewhat of a baptism by fire. I have an agent working a homicide. It's her first case, too. Not ideal, but consider this a
Great, 2
learning
rookies.
experience. I'll be monitoring you in the background.
I look forward to the challenge, sir. I'm sorry, did you say homicide?
I'm patching the agent through now.
Hello?
It's Operator Tanner, right?
That's right, Agent Pendle. Yeah, that's me. I feel like this answer's like, yeah, that's me. What do you want?
I don't think our crossed at the academy.
I think hers is a different picture, too.
Anyway, I got a homicide at a bar downtown called The Sanctuary. Ironic, no? My Vic, dead on arrival, is male, Caucasian, early 60s. He was shot in the head at close range around 2 a.m., just before closing time. As far as evidence, I got some surveillance footage from the bar, and some kind of list that I found on the deceased. Any chance you can work your operator magic and help find me an ID on the shooter?
I'll do my best, Agent. Sure, not a problem.
Thanks, operator. Okay, I'm sending over the files. Good luck.
Okay. Let's check out the camera.
This is our cutting-edge video analysis system, Tanner. Click on any relevant elements in the video to trigger an analysis. Go on, give it a whirl.
Okay.
Just like with the video, you can click on a photo for further analysis. Looks like our victim is Henry Jenkins. For some reason, we can't access his full profile. Unfortunately, for the moment anyway, there's not much else we can learn about him.
Okay, so Henry Jenkins. Let's see if probably can get a license plate. Okay, so CPL 481 in circulation. 12/07/1990, white Toyota Corolla hatchback. Ray Wells. Black Oil Motors, 8893 Leighton Ridge Drive, Beloit, Wisconsin. 53511, 12/12/1991. Stolen, no. Okay, so I have to remember Ray Wells. Doesn't necessarily mean that the person is Ray Wells, but
The footage quality is insufficient for a proper ID, operator. You'll need to find
but it
another
wasn't
way
for him.
to ID the killer.
well, we've got Ray Wells, but we'll look at the rest of our stuff. Let's look at the names list.
That's the list I found on the victim. It's pretty long, and to be honest, I got no idea who any of those people are. The bizarre thing is, that name at the bottom, it wasn't redacted when I bagged it, but I think it's irrelevant to our shooting here.
Is it? Because it's circled multiple times. So let's see the circled names. We have Eli Bell, Finnegan Koch, Laura Campbell, Marlon Spencer, Corey Hill, Connie Moore, Lola Burke, Layla Fairson, Ben Dixon, Chris Davies, Toby Hood, Logan Gates, Layla Pierce, or Price, and then whatever this one is. Okay, so it doesn't look like the search in document. We don't really have anything to search. Oh, Roy Wells. Let's see. Okay, no Roy Wells. Criminal and criminal car. Okay, so now let's go to the applications. No results found. That was the name, right? Oh, Ray Wells. I spelled it wrong. You guys are probably all going like, no, it's Ray. Okay, Ray Wells, alive, male, 29, type 2, brown hair, or brown eyes, 5'4", 121 pounds. 10/13/1961, Fairfield Drive, Maplewood, New Jersey. None. Ray Small Fingers Wells. None, A+, single, no. 130 Laurel Street, Culpeper, Virginia. Possessions of drugs with intent to sell. Grand Theft Auto. I mean, he probably... What was his name? Let's look him up real quick. Okay, so it just gives us that. Okay, now that it's Ray Wells. Okay. Oh, hold on. Nope. I didn't mean to click on that. That was my bad. Meant to click on this. Okay, the car belongs to Ray Wells.
Nice. Now we know the perp's name. You got something for Wells' address? Because I'll take it if you do.
I do. "130 Laurel Street, Culpeper, Virginia."
Yeah, that'll do. Nice work. Next step is to bring Wells in. I'll keep you updated. Thanks, Operator Tanner.
Just doing my job, Agent. Good luck with the arrest. Just doing my job. You know how it is.
Not bad, Tanner. Not great, but not bad either.
Rude.
I'll contact you later with your next request.
Look, I accidentally clicked on the Find the Killer when I didn't have the stuff up. Okay. Calm down. Okay, understood, Supervisor Skinner. What do you mean, not bad? I'll do better next time, Supervisor. Whatever, understood. Rude. Would you not say goodbye in the agency? Okay, so FDI headquarters, Washington, D.C., 5:32 p.m. All right, it's almost clock out time. Please consult the latest FDI most wanted list. If you have information, please call the FDI. So we have Fred Smorsky, wanted for mailing and hand delivering. Just a minute, Skinner. Several explosive devices to federal buildings and universities. Smorsky's last known residence was in Wilmington, Montana. Reward $10,000 for any valid information, $50,000 for information leading to the arrest. Wilson Boulder, sought for his role in numerous murders committed in the early 80s in connection with an organized crime group, also connected to the drug distribution and other illegal activities in Boston, Massachusetts. Reward is $25,000 for valid information, $75,000 for any other information. Should be considered armed and dangerous. Name, Hal, real name unknown, wanted for various crimes of cyber terrorism committed against the federal government and other organizations. Reward $150 or $150,000 for $150. That's a big difference. For any valuable information, $1.5 million for any information leading to the arrest. Snorish, leader of the 7-Day Healer cult, sought for ties to extortion, drug and sex trafficking, and weapons amassing. Last moments before FDI swarmed her cult's compound in Bart, Texas. Okay, reward $45,000 for any valid information, $175,000 for any information leading to the rest. Good Lord, Skinner. You know, you think you'd get off the line at this point. Hello, Tanner.
I need you to follow up on an investigation started by a previous operator. I'll let
Surprised you didn't get mad at me.
Bring you up to speed.
It's like, why didn't you answer your phone? Of course, Supervisor Skinner. Who was the operator? Oh, his picture's different too. Barry Walker. Hello, Tanner.
Oh, please. Tell me you got something.
Well, hello to you too. Sorry, I don't understand.
God damn it. Who are you?
Operator Tanner at your service. Who am I? Who are you? Operator Tanner. I really want to be an asshole, but I'm going to just say Operator Tanner at your service.
Great. Every goddamn time we get a new operator, it takes me twice as long. I got a life outside the FDI, you know?
Do you?
Interests, hobbies, full-blooded passions. I don't have time for this.
So what can I do to help? Can you tell me about the case, Agent?
I got a missing persons case out here in Dryfield, Nevada. Connie Moore's her name. I canvassed the area, talked to the locals. I can't believe I'm saying this, but everyone thinks she was abducted by aliens.
Dryfield, Nevada? Little green men? I mean, do you need to call... Maybe you meant to call Fox Mulder or Dana Scully.
Look,
But we'll
I
go with
think
Little
it's
Green Men.
bonkers, too. Another weird thing is, over the past year, 4 people in Dryfield have claimed they've been abducted. And every single time they reappeared somewhere in the middle of the desert out here about a month later. Connie's story's the same.
I thought she was missing.
She was. Popped back up yesterday. Collected her testimony myself. She had a camera on her. Naturally, I'd like to look at the photos. But to do that, I gotta go through you, an operator. Lucky me, right?
What am I looking for?
There's something off about all this. I mean, beyond all the talk of little green men. Just look for something that doesn't add up, okay?
What if I don't find anything? Your request is my command, Agent. I'm on it.
Here are the files.
Okay, testimony. Summary. Following Connie Moore's reappearance on 3/05/1992, we recorded our eyewitness testimony concerning her supposed alien abduction. Present, Connie Moore is the victim, Agent Barry Walker, agent in charge of investigation, Brittany Holt, FDI transcript, B. Walker. Can you tell us more about the day you disappeared? C. Moore. I was hiking in the desert out by Dryfield. Sometimes I do that to clear my head or to take photos. Photography is sort of a hobby of mine. B. Walker. And is that your camera? Agent Walker points to the camera on the table. C. Moore. Yes, it is. B. Walker. What else do you remember about that day in the desert? C. Moore. Well, it's a little blurry, but I wanted to hike around Mount Maury. I remember that. It's really beautiful at this time of year. I remember taking 2 photographs. Then I heard this loud noise coming from the sky. I looked up and barely had time to take another photograph. It was just moving so fast. Their ship, the UFO. And then I think it landed to the east. So I decided to head over and see if I could see anything else. Maybe get a photo of them. It must have taken me an hour and 45 minutes to go where it landed. B. Walker. Then what? C. Moore. I'm not sure, to be honest. That's where my mind goes blank. The next thing I know, I'm waking up in some kind of room, and I can't move. B. Walker. Was there someone with you in this room? C. Moore. I don't like to think about it, but yes, they were there, all around me. The aliens. B. Walker. What did they look like? C. Moore. The room was so bright, like I was looking into the sun. I only saw their silhouettes. B. Walker. Can you describe them best you can? C. Moore. They were human, except they weren't. Something was off. They were too tall and thin. It was disturbing, actually. I couldn't see their faces. I'm glad about that. B. Walker. What do you remember about the room? C. Moore. It was white. I mean, entirely white. Antiseptic. It smelled sort of like a hospital. There were no doors, no windows, nothing. Just whiteness. B. Walker. What do you think they wanted with you? C. Moore. I think they wanted to learn about me, to study me. I was so scared. I couldn't think straight. They kept asking me questions over and over again. B. Walker. What kind of questions? C. Moore. About my life, my family, my beliefs, everything. I guess that's what they do, study humans. B. Walker. What else do you remember? C. Moore. They had these strange voices, sort of mechanical, and there was a machine they were using on me. It was clamped to my head, and I don't know what it was, but it hurt. B. Walker. Can you tell us anything else, Connie? C. Moore. Not really. Next thing I remember, I'm waking up in the desert outside Dryfield. My head was throbbing, maybe because of the drugs or mind probes, I don't know. I just wandered around out there. Luckily, somebody found me, or I might have died from dehydration. Then I guess they called the cops, and the cops called you. End of story. So that's very interesting. That almost seems similar to, how we start the story, where we're in a room, really bright light, and we're being asked all kinds of questions, but we ended up with a job. Okay, so cell phone triangulation report, Connie Moore. The phone tower pings and timestamps from the day of Connie's disappearance on 2/05/1992 and from the day that she reappeared on 3/5/1992. There were no pings between the time of her disappearance on 2/05/1992 to reappearance on 3/5/1992 at 3:27 p.m. 2/05/1992 from 8:45 a.m. to 11 a.m. last ping. 3/05/1992 from 3:27 p.m. first ping since disappearance. 4:01. Okay. So that's the walk she supposedly did, I believe. And then this is where she reappeared and kind of walked around. Okay, we've got something there. (9:19 a.m. 2/05/1992), 9:43 a.m. 2/05/1992, and 10:13 a.m. 02/21/1992. They have different dates. She said it was the same day. The photo was taken on 2/21/1992, 16 days after her disappearance.
Jackpot. Connie said she took that photo the day she disappeared. Clearly, she didn't. Maybe the aliens did funny things to her brain. Maybe her brain was funny to begin with. Do me a favor. Locate the position on the map where she supposedly snapped this photograph.
Okay, well, she said she was in Mount Maury, if I remember right. At 12:13, so she'd have been right in here. Right here, Agent Walker.
All right. I'll check this spot out. Guess I gotta do a little hiking. Probably sweat my goddamn
Oh, my system broke. It's probably a power outage. Oh, it says everything's disabled. Oh, that's not good. I don't think this is my system. Hacked by Hal. That was the guy who's on the most wanted list. Hello, Evan. Hey, you know my name? Who the heck are you? I know many things about you, Evan. You're hacking into the FDI. What do you want? I kind of figured that one out. I wouldn't if I didn't have to. But since you guys aren't really doing your jobs... Sad face. It's Jake. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Let me show you something. Do you remember the list found on Henry Jenkins? Yeah. You didn't see her name, did you, Evan? Connie Moore. That was the abducted woman. Pretty big coincidence, don't you think? I'm also going to assume that you didn't notice that of the 136 people on it, 122 have been reported missing. Did you kidnap them, Hal? I didn't notice, no. Don't be ridiculous, Evan. I wouldn't hurt a fly. Maybe an annoying fly. One last thing, and this is the most important part. There's a name near the bottom that's been redacted. That name is the key to understanding everything. I have to go now, Evan, but I'll be in touch soon. Promise. Don't go, tell me more. We'll catch you, Hal. And that's where the demo ended. That we played earlier. So now we're getting into uncharted territory. My boss is gonna kill me. Hello, this is Evan.
Operator Tanner, are you there? Agent Walker told me that your connection was suddenly cut. And when I tried to contact you, you were offline. What happened?
Hal hacked my terminal. My computer just crashed. Oh, God. Do I lie or do I tell the truth? I think I should tell the truth because I don't really know who Hal is yet. So I'm going to be truthful.
Hal? I thought we had taken care of that problem. I will look into this matter immediately with our cybersecurity department. The second shift of operators has arrived. You can go home now, Tanner. See you tomorrow. And don't be late.
See you tomorrow, Supervisor Skinner. I hope we apprehend Hal, sir. God, once again, no goodbye. Okay, so we power off. Got the achievement first day. You completed your first day at the FDI. I mean, that loud sigh, that sounds like me when I do quit work for the day. And I'm going all the way home. But I can't see anything. Oh, I have a cat. What the heck was that? Do I live near a train station? Having a microwave meal. Went outside to smoke. Evan's apartment, 6 a.m. I'm getting ready for the day. Oh, I'm taking some kind of pill. Okay, FDI headquarters, Washington, D.C., 7:22 a.m. Logging back into work. Oh, it's Mike. Hello?
Hey, pal. So,
day number 1 at the FDI go? Everything you had hoped for?
I don't think Supervisor Skinner likes me. Actually, I think it went pretty well. I don't think Skinner likes me.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't worry about him. Xavier doesn't even like his own mother. To be honest, no, I probably shouldn't say anything.
Nothing, or you can tell me, Mike.
Well, between you and me, we're thinking of making a change at the supervisor position. You know, Evan, if you play your cards right, maybe, just maybe. Ah, sorry, buddy. My phone's ringing.
Wait, no, finish that.
I gotta run.
I want to be supervisor.
Great job. And, just keep plugging away, okay? I'm proud of you, Evan.
Of course, Director Trench. Thanks, Mike. Talk to you later. No, I want to be supervisor. I want to restart this. Oh, God, it's Skinner. I want to start that conversation over and him call me back. Hello.
Operator Tanner, Agent Pendle has an update on yesterday's case.
Already?
I'll patch her through in a moment. But before I do, I wanted to let you know that from this point on, you'll talk to the agents directly. Time to cut the umbilical cord. However, as your supervisor, I'll still be in the background monitoring your activity. Oh, I almost forgot. Our cybersecurity department is looking into this unfortunate matter with Hal. You can be assured that it won't happen again.
Of course, Supervisor Skinner. We'll catch Hal, won't we, sir? I have a feeling if you lied, he's probably going to say, so why didn't you tell me Hal hacked your system? Because he'd probably have the techs look into it anyway, if I say that my computer just crashed for no reason. Hello?
Good morning, Operator Tanner. So you remember Ray Wells, right?
Of course I remember.
So I checked out the address you gave me, but no sign of Wells. Then I get a call from Vice, and guess what? Wells was found dead in a downtown parking garage early this morning. Shot. Point blank range. Now I'm working 2 homicides, and it's my first week. Welcome to the FDI, Alexandra. Anyway, the garage has cameras, and I got some footage of Wells. That's the good news. The bad news? I don't have all the footage. Sort of weird, but part of it is missing.
Has it been tampered with? What part is missing?
I don't know. Looks that way, doesn't it? I don't put much stock into conspiracies, but the timing is definitely suspicious. Anyway,
I'd say so.
think you could take a look. I'm looking for anything that's different between the first and second half of the surveillance footage. Apart from Wells ending up dead and the blood splatter on the pillar. Sorry for the vivid details.
Okay. Let's check out the camera footage. Somebody's sulking around here. Something happened because there was a bright flash. I'm not sure if he was waiting for somebody or hiding from somebody. Okay, let's pause it there. Let's see if we can get a scan on this guy. Probably not. Okay, so we did get Ray Wells. Let's see, is there anything else in the area? I didn't mean to click on him again. Just find something different. Oh, I thought I saw something show up on the screen. Trying to see if I notice anything different. Oh, there we go. Does something appear over there? The light is on at the beginning of the video, but it's off at the end. Is it? Oh, yeah, I see it now. I just happened to be clicking in the area. Is there anything else like this? See, that's what I was trying to look for earlier, but that is... Man, I did not notice that at all. Okay, so maybe that's it. Maybe we just needed the light. Okay, that might have been just it. I might have been overthinking the whole thing. Okay, this light's off in the second part.
Look at that. Give me a sec, operator. I'm gonna check this out. Well. I just found a bullet lodged in the light's framework. I'm sending you a photo. Can you run an
odd
analysis
angle,
and tell me
though.
what kind of bullet I'm looking at?
I mean, I guess it could have ricocheted off of something. Okay, the bullet is a 45 ACP. Looks like a 45 caliber round.
45 caliber? I believe that's what the military and police use. Well, that's something anyway. Thanks for your help, operator. Appreciate it. If only we had all of the footage. Anyway, I should get back to the scene. Keep digging and see if you can find anything else about our perp.
Oh, woman, you have not given me enough information. You don't even have anything. Find out more info on the killer. Hello again, Evan. Not you, Hal. Oh no, not you. Leave me alone. Hello, Hal. I'm gonna go with oh no, not you. Hey, that stings. I thought you and I were becoming friends. Look, I have a deal to offer you. One that I think you'll find interesting. I'm not interested, Hal. What do you mean? Go on, I'm listening. Alright. You see, we share a common goal. You and me and the FDI. You just don't know it yet. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'll help you with the Wells case, but you have to help me later when I ask for it. Do we have ourselves a deal? I can't do anything illegal. Pendle could use my help, so why would I help a criminal? How can you help me? Okay, so why would I help a criminal? Because, as I already said, we share a goal. And because, without my help, you and Agent Pendle will never solve this case. Wells' killer will still be on the loose. And sadly, you'll never climb the ranks of the FDA. Okay, how can you help me? I have access to the surveillance footage from the garage. I mean, all of the footage. Okay, how did you get it? I don't have time to go into the technical details. No offense, but you probably wouldn't understand anyway. Will you do the deal, or won't you? I need your answer, and I need it now. I can't do anything illegal. Pendle could use my help, so... What if I say I can't do anything illegal? You won't be. I mean, apart from working with me. The world's most wanted hacker. I like Hal's confidence. Pendle could use my help, so... Yes, she could. And you could be her knight in shining armor, Evan. So, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put this big, juicy, missing part back in so you can watch it and solve this crime. I'll help you if you help me. What if someone else asks about this, but won't this look suspicious? I mean, yeah. If somebody asks how you got the missing footage, just say the analyze software restored it. It's supposed to be cutting edge anyway, right? So, do we have ourselves a deal? Fine, whatever. We have a deal, Hal. I won't do it, Hal. I'm going to agree to it. I'm probably going to regret this. Good. Now give me a few seconds to run my script. Like his Damon port was 666. It could be pronounced Demon too, but I think it's Damon. Done. That's probably a bad idea. Alright, the missing footage has been magically restored. I hope you have your popcorn ready. I'll be back a little later to collect my debt, Evan. Until then, Oh, so Hal's down here. Oh, so we can go back and look at our conversations. That's interesting. Alright, let's see it now. I mean, he looks like he kind of sees somebody there, but I don't know. Maybe it's just supposed to be he's just doing movements. Okay, so a car came in. That would explain the trajectory. That would definitely explain the trajectory, because normally where he's standing, if somebody shot from here, this direction, or this direction, it's not going to go up there unless it ricocheted. Now, with the car being there, it could. Because the person who did it was probably angled. Although I still don't know if the driver could do that. You think it would go here, but it had to have been from somebody else. Is it a woman or a man? I can't tell.
I see that you ran the facial recognition software, and 0 matches turned up, Operator. That's unusual. In fact, it shouldn't even be possible. Our FDI databases are exhaustive. I'll flag this issue for later, but go ahead and share the image with Agent Pendle.
Yeah, okay, thanks for watching me. Get anything on the car? A 1991 red Dodge Charger. Oh, I love Chargers. That's like my dream car next to a Challenger. Yep, that would explain the bright light that we saw. So it looks like that's probably it. So, do we send that? Okay. I have an image of Wells' killer.
Wait, I don't understand. How did you get this?
Our software recovered the missing part. Magician never reveals her secrets. Hal found the footage for me. Let's pick our software.
This is huge. Thanks, Tanner. I'll canvass the area immediately. Maybe someone has seen our Prince Charming. I'll talk to you later. And thanks again.
Don't mention it. Just do my job, Agent. Is that a man? It kind of looked like a woman with a high ponytail, but maybe it's because I really can't just tell what it is. Okay, so FDI headquarters, Washington, D.C., 1:45 p.m. I'm assuming I just got back from my lunch break. Probably had the same tuna fish sandwich I have all the time. How about that debt, Evan? Already? I'll help you later. Let's just get this over with. Go ahead, Hal, I'm listening. Good. Now, I'm going to connect you to another FDI agent. Her name is Catherine Andrews. Just listen to what she has to say. Open your terminal and type the following command. Call 1-877-222-1998. No secure. Okay, so that's what the terminal is. Nice. Okay, so... Or do I... Oh, I bet I don't do that. I bet I just do the call. Do I do that? We'll see.
Hello, Operator Tanner. Hal told me that you'd be calling.
What's this all about? Like I had a choice.
Okay, I'll try to keep this short. About a month ago, I started working on a missing persons case. A woman reported that her husband had been gone for over 48 hours. Almost right away, the case felt different. Red tape all over the place. An unusual lack of cooperation from my superiors and colleagues. Unanswered calls. Suddenly, the FDI felt like the most incompetent department in the country. After an almost endless game of phone tag, I finally managed to get an appointment with a superior. The plan was to sit down and talk about the case first thing Monday morning. That Sunday night, I'm awoken by a phone call. The woman's apartment has burned to the ground.
Jeez.
And the woman, what's left of her anyway, has been found dead in the ashes.
So then what did you do? Timing sounds a little strange. Could just be a coincidence. I mean, it does sound strange.
It's worse. So I started looking into the fire, of course. I couldn't help myself. Plus, I felt like I owed it to Mia. That was the woman's name. Mia Cole. Anyway, it wasn't long before my superiors found out and pressured me to stop. They told me the fire had been ruled accidental, the result of faulty wiring in our oven. They told me I was wasting my time and precious FDI resources by looking into it, and said if I continued, I'd end up pushing papers in a basement somewhere. But that fire, Operator Tanner, that fire was no accident. I can feel it. Mia was murdered. I just have to prove it. That's why I'm hoping you can help me.
How do you know it's not an accident? What would Hal help you? Why would Hal help you with this?
I'm sorry, but I can't really go into that. Not now, anyway. You just have to trust me.
She's probably like related to him.
Human DB. The husband's name is Sasha. Sasha and Mia Cole. Please.
All right. Everything's redacted. Okay, Mia came up. Female 31, brown eyes, 5'4", type 1, 121 pounds, dead. Okay, I don't have the clearance level, so what does all this mean?
Just another coincidence, right? Look, I don't know why, but someone doesn't want us looking into Sasha and Mia Cole. But we have to, Operator Tanner. It's our job. Who's going to do it if we don't? Can you help me find proof Mia's fire wasn't an accident?
How can we get their case files?
You'll take a look then? Oh, thank you. As far as how to access the case files, that's not really my area of expertise. But you can ask Hal.
Can I access the Cole files? Or how can I access the Cole files? Funny. I was just working on this very thing. So it looks like I can't give you direct access to the files. But I found a bug in the chat. You should be able to inject a query that'll get you in. Just type this. But from where cases were immediate. Oh my god. Okay, so it's /? DWNLD FL select from cases where ID equals 9X QLHC. Okay, I don't think it's this one because it doesn't have the quotation mark like this one does. From cases where ID equals 9XQLHC mode dot immediate. What is the difference between these two? I don't see a difference between these two. These look identical. Oh, this one's an O. So it's this one.
Despite being, well, a thorn in the side, you have to admit Hal gets results.
Okay, investigation report. The following report is written by Agent Andrews and modified on redacted by redacted. Case is a 9XQLHC. Status closed as of 2/27/1992. Conclusion: death caused by accidental fire stemming from malfunctioning wiring in victim stove as of 2/27/1992. Agent in charge is Catherine Andrews. All the notes have been redacted. Summary: the first fire started on 2/25/1992. Or the fire started, I think it's the first fire, around 2 a.m. and was successfully contained by 3:12 a.m. Owing to the duration of the fire, minimal evidence remained at the scene. A single victim identified as Mia Cole through dental records, tenant information, and a wedding ring was discovered. The autopsy revealed no abnormalities, attributing the cause of death to be fire. No other signs of physical trauma were found. No indications of a forced entry or a struggle were evident in the home, aligning with the findings of the victim's autopsy report. The fire's response team's report referred to report redacted, concluded that the fire originated from faulty wiring in the oven, a conclusion supported by our investigation. So we need to prove that the fire was not an accident, so that doesn't. A wing, oh my goodness, I cannot talk. A ring, the inscription Sasha and Mia is engraved on the inside. Nothing clicked there. Wedding photos. Okay, it does match with Mia. Not seeing anything else to be able to click on. Ash sample. Okay, chemical analyzer. You've opened a chemical sample. We have automatically given you access to the CSLCA data report application. You can find it with other applications in the top left menu. So please review the user manual related to the chemical sample analysis process before proceeding. You can find these documents on your personal drive. Documents, ChemScan LCA user manual. Your supervisor will contact you with further instructions. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so welcome to the user manual for the ChemScan LCA chemical analyzer. This manual is designed to provide you with the information you need to safely and effectively use the instruments to perform chemical analysis. Please read this manual carefully before using the ChemScan LCA and follow all instructions to ensure the proper and the safe and proper operation of the instrument. If you have any questions or concerns about the use of the ChemScan LCA, please contact us. How to use. Open the sample in the dedicated ChemScan LCA software. Input the appropriate settings for your sample using formulas found thereafter. Start the analysis process. Note that this may take some time. Once the analysis is complete, open the CSLCA data report application. Input the results from the ChemScan LCA analysis. Initiate the calculation. The CSLCA data report will then return the chemical composition of the sample. ChemScan LCA sample settings calculations. Sample characteristics may affect the settings required for proper analysis with the ChemScan LCA. Okay, so ion size. The appropriate ion size varies depending on the sample type and state. For a liquid sample, the ion size will be at least 2.0 for both organic and non-organic samples. For a solid sample, ion size will typically be around 6.0. If the material is organic, the ion state must be set to 3.5 to avoid damaging the sample. For a gaseous sample, ion size must not exceed 1.3. Delta 5. The delta 5 can be calculated using the following formula. For organic samples, sample weight in grams times 250. For a non-organic example, sample weight in gram times 100. Threshold. The threshold value will depend on the delta 5 and the sample type. For liquid samples, the threshold should be set to 1/3 of the delta 5. For solid samples, the threshold should be set to half the delta 5. And for gaseous samples, the threshold should be set to twice the delta 5. Simple matrix size. The default value of the matrix size is 5. If you're using an older version of the ChemScan LCA version 1.03 or lower, you must set the matrix to 4. How to read the results. The ChemScan LCA will give you as results the analysis of frequency response curve and additional sample characteristics such as pH, radioactivity, etc. Those values are going to be used by the CSLCA data report. So open the CSLC data report software and input the CCVT, pH, and frequencies in order to calculate the exact composition of the sample. The response frequencies must be entered from the highest to lowest intensity spike. There must be between 1 and 5 spikes and that are higher than the threshold represented by the red area. You can use the mouse to pointer to calculate this frequency. Oh, this sounds confusing. So ChemScan LCA specifications. Okay, and here's what we use here. So the sample is ash, organic. I'm going to move the... Can't move the box over. Okay. Okay, for ion size, if it's a solid... Well, it's not a liquid, so it's a solid. So ion size is typically around 6.0. Delta, sample weight in gram, times 250. So I'm going to have to break out a calculator because there's no way I'm going to add that up in my head. So 250 times 4.2 is 1,050. The threshold should be set to half the delta 5. Okay, so 1,050 divided by 2 would be 525, if I'm doing that right. And then the sample matrix, so the default value of the matrix size is 5. If you're using an older version of the ChemScan LCA version 1.3 or lower, you must set the max size to 4. Okay, so that should be 5 because it says 1.04. Okay, so these are wrong. I knew those were going to be wrong. But I am right that it's a solid form. Okay, maybe would we round it down? Maybe it's rounded down and it's technically 1,000. No, that's not right. Okay, so for an organic sample... Oh, maybe that's not considered organic. Maybe that's a non-organic? Well, let's try. So the 2.4... Okay, so times 100 would be 420. And then this would be 210. There we go. Okay, that's what it was. It was non-organic because it was ash. I should have thought of that. At least I know I'm right, though. And it would give me the little red marks to let me know I was wrong in certain aspects. Okay, let's see the results. Okay, so for this one, the ChemScan LCA will give as results of the analysis a frequency response curve and additional sample characteristics such as pH, radioactivity, etc. Those values are going to be used by the CSL database report. Open the CSL database report and input the CCVT, pH, and frequencies in order to calculate the exact composition. Must be entered from the highest to the lowest intensity spike. There must be between 1 and 5 spikes that are higher than the threshold represented in the red area. Am I supposed to... 4 here. Okay, so what are we supposed to do with this one? Oh, here we go. Okay, it's 901. 6.5. That's 927. Oh man, because see, it doesn't say 245. 157. Oh. Actually, it might be 153. $10.60. Cellulose wood, gasoline, other non-identified residue. Gasoline. That has nothing to do with a fire. With an oven. There were traces of gasoline in the fire. Man, that took me forever.
Faulty wiring might... You know what? This was no accident. Someone started this fire and killed Mia. But why?
What are you going to do now? Why are you doing this? Why is Hal helping you?
I can't talk about that, Operator. Not now. When the time is right, Hal will let you know.
It's always when the time is right.
But what we're doing here, it's important. You see that, right? It matters to me.
Is it? Why is it so important? How so?
I grew to know her. Mia, I mean. With our line of work, you try not to get emotionally involved. That's what they teach you at the academy anyway. Almost from the start. And usually...
Uh-oh. Something's happening to me.
I learned to do that.
Or I'm just tired of listening to her talk.
But with Mia, I just never could. She wanted to be a singer, she told me. That was her dream. And
I think somebody drugged me.
she did have a good voice. Really. She was... wanted to find
She was 3 months pregnant.
someone killed Operator Tanner. Someone killed Mia and her baby. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here, Andrews. I don't know what happened.
Oh. Anyway, thanks, Operator. Because of you, I finally have proof. Knowing Hal, well, as much as someone can know Hal, I have a feeling this won't be the last time you and me work together.
Good luck, Agent Andrews. Yeah, I have that feeling too. What the heck happened? So you found evidence proving the fire wasn't an accident. Well done, Evan. Maybe there's hope for you yet. The way the FDI has handled the Cole case, it's strange. Don't you think? There must be a good reason. It does seem suspicious, yes. I want to do my job, Hal, that's it. I mean, yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. I just don't know what they're hiding. Or why. Look, I know you probably still don't trust me. I'm on the FDI's most wanted list. I hacked into your computer. I get it. But tell me something. Why would I bother going to the trouble of working with a low-level FDI employee? Sorry. If I didn't have a good reason to make my life a living hell, to earn a few extra bucks, I have literally no idea how. I mean, I don't know. A low-level employee isn't going to be on anybody's radar. Maybe you're thinking about turning me in to get that reward. But it's too late. You're in too deep. Hello?
Operator Tanner, can I have a word?
Of course, Director Trench. Sure, Mike. What's this about?
I see that you've been looking into the database entries for Mia and Sasha Cole.
Shit.
You want to tell me why?
Hal made me do it, sir. I wanted to catch up on the case. Why would I have that reason? There's no reason for me to catch up on that case. But I don't think I should tell him about Hal. But then Mike's like my friend. Ugh. Oh, God. I hate these decisions. I hate them so much. I want to be the supervisor, so maybe I should tell the truth. Hal made me do it. Oh, God. I'm just going to tell the truth.
I see. I should have guessed Hal might be involved. This lowlife has been making our lives very difficult lately here at the department. But we're working with our cybersecurity team. We'll catch Hal soon enough. In the meantime, and this is very important, if you hear anything else about the Coles, you come to me right away. Understood?
But why? Absolutely, Director Trench. What's the big deal about them? I want to know.
Oh, there's no deal, Evan. It's just
sounds like it.
highly confidential, classified, and way above your pay grade. I'm sure you
Rude.
understand.
I understand, Director Trench. Sure, whatever you say, Mike.
I'll talk to you later.
Something sus. Bad choice. You shouldn't have done that, Evan. Lucky for you, you held up your end of the agreement by looking into Mia's fire. Yeah, lucky me. You don't scare me, Hal. FDI headquarters, Washington, D.C., 4:55 p.m. All right, it's almost time to clock out. 5 more minutes. Can't possibly. I was going to say, I can't possibly get a phone call. Barry, what do you want? Hello?
So who the hell am I talking to this time?
This is Operator Tanner. Tanner here, Agent Walker.
Good. You haven't been fired. I was afraid I'd have to explain this goddamn case all over again. I went back to where Connie said she took the photo in the desert. You remember, right? Where she said this, flying saucer supposedly landed. I didn't find a flying saucer or any aliens breathing their last wheezy breaths or anything like that. But I did find something else.
Something disturbing? The desert heat?
You could say that. You could definitely say that. I found stones. A bunch of stones lying there on the surface of the sand.
Like Stonehenge?
I'm not a geologist, but they look funny to me. Like they've been moved, put there for a reason.
Like a monolith?
So, I call it in. Because I'm sure as hell not gonna dig myself, Tanner. Not in this suit. A team arrives an hour later, and they start digging. Sure enough, under one of the stones, they find a body. Advanced state of decomp. They dig under another stone. Lo and behold, this time they find an entire skeleton.
This would have to be Stonehenge-sized stones.
On some sort of desert graveyard.
They found a body and a skeleton? How many corpses are out there?
Hard to say, but I counted more than 100 stones. If they're all grave markers, well, I'll let you do the math.
They found a body and a skeleton?
Yeah, messed up, right? And judging by the size of the skeleton, it belonged to someone young, Tanner. Real young. Look, I won't beat around the bush. The medical examiner has finished a preliminary report on the skeleton, and they found what they believe is a photo of the victim in the sand, buried there by the bones. Never seen that before. Any chance you can take a look at all this and get me an ID, Tanner?
No thanks. Well, I can try. Consider it done, Agent.
Let me send you the files. Well, it's taken a while. Hard to access the satellite out here in Roswell. Dryfield.
Are you really in Roswell?
Went through. About goddamn time.
You're lying to me, are you?
The skeleton appears to be female, estimated at 9 years of age.
Jeez.
Starting the examination now. Initial observations show well-preserved and intact bones. No visible signs of trauma or damage. The subject is missing her left incisor. The rest of the dentition looks good. No decay or disease is present. Moving on. Here's something interesting. One of the metacarpal bones on her left hand, the metacarpal 3, has a slight curvature. You don't see that a lot. So, to summarize, the subject appears to have been a female, approximately 9 years of age, with a missing left incisor tooth and a slight curvature in the metacarpal 3 in her left hand. Based on the level of decomposition, the body appears to have been buried for approximately 6 to 8 months. Further testing and analysis is needed to determine the cause of death.
Dang. Henry Jenkins, we meet again. This person's face has been scratched out. Okay, there's his badge. I don't think there's anything else in this photo. Welcome to the facility, Gabby. You're in good hands now. Sincerely, Dr. Jenkins. Gabby. Can't see hers.
Yeah, that looks like it could be the first name. But I'll need the last name too. I'm thorough like that.
Gabby. Gabby Bruce. Gabby Mills. No picture. Metacarpal bone abnormal growth. This could be her. But let's check out Abby Mills, or Gabby Mills. Okay, that's a man. So it's Gabby Bruce. Her name is Gabby Bruce.
How did you find this, Tanner?
Her name's on a list from another case, like Connie.
Just when you think this case can't get any weirder, that's exactly what it does. But I need concrete proof it's her. Got anything else in your bag of tricks?
Show evidence. The bone. Gabby also had an unusual bone growth.
I'll be damned. 9 years old, Tanner. Breaks your goddamn heart. What the hell is going on out here? And what's the connection to Connie? Okay, the examiner has just finished processing the second body I was telling you about. The one in the advanced state of decay. Let's see here. Adult male, early 60s. Ah, they got an ID on him. Quentin Spence. Want to see if that name is on your magical list too?
Quentin Spence. Yeah, he's right here.
So there's definitely a link. I see some of the names have been crossed out. Can you figure out what that business means?
Just curious. What does crossed out mean? Yeah, he's missing. Crossed out means the person is missing.
Looks to be about 100 names like that. That number matches the stones. God damn. And if I was a gambling man, I'd say the circled persons are still alive. Like our Connie. There's something else about Spence, Tanner.
What's that?
They found him buried in a lab coat with some, you're never gonna guess, floppy disk sewn into one of the pockets. Remember what I said about this case getting weirder and weirder? I'm sending everything your way.
Interesting.
There you go. Now the second disk password protected. Open that second floppy disk and give me an address tied to Spence. Something I can look into. I'm getting a little restless with you doing all the work. The Operator program. Oh.
Autopsy report of a male, approximately late 50s, early 60s. Initial observations show no sign of trauma or blunt force injury, similar to the first remains found. The decedent appears to be wearing some kind of lab coat. Starting the external examination now. Excellent dentition. The decedent is wearing some kind of badge. Let me put this to the side. Abdomen seems healthy, with no signs of trauma or injuries. The lab coat seems to contain a hidden pocket. There's something inside. It's sewn shut. I'll open this with my scalpel. There. There appear to be 2 floppy disks inside the pocket. Strange. In my estimate, the body has been buried for approximately 2 to 3 months, based on the level of decomposition. At this point, the cause of death is uncertain. Further testing and analysis is needed, including toxicology reports, before I can provide a conclusive determination.
There's his badge. So he works where Jenkins worked. Here's the first floppy. It's R&D 1, Dr. Spence. floppy 2, R&D 2, Dr. Spence, FMP 113. So there's obviously a key code there. Okay, so floppy disk 1 says, upon my arrival at the Biome M facility, I was warmly greeted by Dr. Jenkins himself. How fortunate I am to work with such a passionate and talented scientist, even if it in a subsidiary role. During our meeting, Dr. Jenkins explained that I would be heading up a trial involving FMP1138, a key component of his research project. Although he did not disclose much, I have the impression that the project is shrouded in secrecy. It appears to be of great importance. The trials, which are scheduled to commence in a few days, once I'm well versed with the subjects and the procedures are in place. Dr. Isles, the facility director, informs me our work has the potential to significantly enhance the well-being of the patients who've been selected specifically for our research. The entire facility itself has been constructed for this purpose alone. Although I am unaware of the project's source of funding, there appears to be no shortage of resources. I am truly optimistic our research will make a profound difference and push the boundaries of scientific knowledge. The AMPA receptor is a crucial component of the exhilatory synapses transmission and plasticity in the brain. As a glutamate gated ion channel, it mediates fast synapses transmissions and contributions to synaptic plasticity by modulating the strength of synaptic constructs between neurons. Dysfunction of AMPA receptors has been implicated in various neurological and psychological disorders, including Alzheimer's disease, depression, and schizophrenia. So it says synapse. Figure 1 represents of the AMPA receptor. Selecting AMPA receptor potentiators, I cannot say that, represents a promising class of compounds for the treatment of these disorders, as they enhance AMPA receptors functioning and improve synaptic plasticity. FMP1138 is a novel selection of AMPA receptor potentiators that has shown promising results in preclinical studies. It has been demonstrated to enhance an AMPA receptor-mediated synaptic transmission and improve synapses plasticity in vitro and in vivo. In this study, we sought to explore the potential therapeutical effects of FMP1138 on neural connectivity. Specifically, we aimed to investigate whether FMP1138 could enhance synaptic connectivity and promote the function of new synapses in vitro and in vivo. To accomplish this, we used a combination of psychological, imaging, and behavioral assets to assess the effects of FMP1138 on the neuron function and connectivity. Our results demonstrate that FMP1138 enhances synaptic connection and promotes the formation of new synapses in vitro and in vivo. Specifically, we observed that FMP1138 increased the frequency and amplitude of excitatory and postsynaptic currents, EPSCs in cultured neurons. Oh my god, if I would have known I was going to have to read so many scientific words. Indicating an enhancement of synaptic transmission. Furthermore, we found that FMP1138 promoted the formation of new synapses in cultured neurons, as evidenced by the increase in the number of dendritic spines, the sites of synaptic connects on neurons. To unlock the full potential, 6672 KZMIN 105 KHZ Maxim. Now it's got the lock code on it, so that might be our password. In vivo, we found that the MFP1138 improved cognitive function in a mouse modeled with Alzheimer's. Specifically, we observed that FMP1138 treated mice performed better in spatial memory tasks compared to control mice. Additionally, we found that FMP1138 treated mice had increased dendritic spine density in the hippocampus, a brain region critical for learning and memory. Taken together, our findings suggest that FMP1138 represents a promising therapeutic agent for the treatment of neurological and psychiatric disorders characterized by impaired neuron connectivity and plasticity. Further preclinical and clinical studies are warranted to evaluate the safety and efficiency of FMP1138 in humans. Good Lord. That's too much information. Okay, so the Biome Technologies, all rights reserved. Dr. Jenkins, Dr. Cake Spence, Dr. A. Ellis, frequency range 5 Hz 99 KHZ, number subjects 98. The results demonstrate that FMP1138 significantly increased the frequency and amplitude of EPSCs, indicating an enhancement of synaptic transmissions. These findings suggest that FMP's 1138 has the potential to improve neuron connectivity and plasticity, which could have implications for the treatment of neurological and psychiatric disorders characterized by synaptic dysfunction. Oh, there's another lock. Okay, so the graph displays the results of a study investigating the effects of MFP1138 on synaptic connectivity in vitro. The study aimed to explore whether FMP1138 could enhance synaptic transmission and promote the formation of new synapses. The graph shows the mean frequency and amplitude of extracurritory postsynaptic currents, EPSCs, in cultural neurons under control conditions and after treatment with the FMP1138. The results demonstrate that FMP1138 significantly increases the frequency and amplitude of EPSCs, indicating an enhancement of synaptic transmission. These findings suggest that FMP1138 has the potential to improve neuron connectivity and plasticity. Note, unlike Dr. Alice, in this result paper, I will use the little Edian standard. It says the before and the after. So the after had a greater growth. Okay, so we have to unlock that with the password. Now I've noticed here. That's not what I wanted. It's in this. To unlock the files, use 105 Indian. I'm assuming that's correct. Got it. My confession. If you are reading this, it means that I am no longer living and that I have been buried in the dry-filled desert like the other subjects. I implore you, whoever you are, to share my story with anyone who can make things right. My name is Quentin Spence. I was head of operations at the BioM facility. I'm writing this letter because I'm about to resign from a job that one cannot simply resign from. As per protocol, I will most likely be sent to the desert burial site with all my belongings. I deserve this punishment. I am sick. So sick of everything that we have done supposedly in the name of science. If you have found me, then I'm assuming you have found the others too. Every person buried here in the sand is a Project Eve test subject. Eve was led by Dr. Henry Jenkins. I am not trying to shift the blame onto him. I bear my share of responsibility in this matter. While our intentions were noble, at least in the beginning, I now see that we went too far, and I am ready and willing to face whatever punishment awaits me in the next world. You found this document, but perhaps the contents of my lab coat pocket remain undiscovered. Perhaps they could not crack the password necessary to open the floppy disk. Maybe they assumed the floppy disk contained only my research paper. Regardless, what truly matters now is you. You have the power to stop this. BioM Facility, 22 East Border Street, Bedford, Nevada. Please do not be as cowardly as I was. Quentin. Okay, so it says find the next step. I would assume it has something to do with this, or was there something else I needed to... Maybe this is what I need, the address? There we go, the address is what we needed. The facility. Spence worked at the BioM facility. It's here.
Don't let it go to your operator head, but that was actually somewhat impressive, Tanner. The address you sent, it's not far from here. I'll check it out first thing in the morning. Tonight, I think I'll help the team exhume the rest of these bodies. Screw the suit. God help us, Tanner. God help every single one of us.
I mean, that's like 100 and some people. Contact me tomorrow, Walker. Take care of yourself, Agent Walker. Once again, no goodbye. Powering off for the day. Okay, second day completed. Complete your second day at the FDA. So that was the achievement we got. I wonder if one of these times we're going to be walking and going home and then something's going to happen.
Look, you need to do something about it. He's poking around, asking too many questions. He's going to expose us all if you don't rein him in. Yes, his shift is over. Yes. All right. Yeah, fine. We'll talk later. Bye.
I heard that, Skinner. Maybe we were part of the project. But we were, like, successful or something. I'm feeding my cat. That's really gross sounding. Guess we're going to bed already. Not having dinner or making or having a cigarette. Evan's apartment, 6 a.m. Taking our pills. FDI headquarters, Washington, D.C., 7:25 a.m. Alright everyone, I'm going to go ahead and end it there. When we come back, we're going to get into day 3, and we're going to see exactly what Skinner was talking about, because it sounds like he was referring to us. And I think because I've been a little too truthful, they might be catching on, so I might have to start lying, to my friend Mike, to Supervisor Skinner, which I really don't care if I lie to him. I want his job. So, whatever I can do to make him sound like he's not fit for the job, I should probably do. But I hope you have been enjoying the Operator. I know I am. I've been excited for this game for the last couple months since I did the demo of it, which was it wasn't months, but it was about like a month and a half ago. But, I'm really enjoying it. I like these type of games where they're puzzles, but the puzzles aren't too daunting or too hard. There's always something there, and you don't have to get the hints. You just have to might click around a little bit or do some math or something like that. But I like how they don't automatically, cause you to lose because you mess up a puzzle or something like that. And they give you that little red box to say, hey, here's where you're missing it, instead of leaving it all and you're like, oh great, which one of those is wrong. I do like that they did that, because sometimes puzzles can be a little too tricky and you're not sure where you went wrong and you end up changing things when you don't need to. But like I said, I hope you're enjoying. Please leave me a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time. Bye.